Let's start. Within the slender, within the slender year of moving across, within the calendar, within the calendar. Normal moms also sometimes unpack boxes. Normal moms also sometimes unpack boxes within the calendar. Within the calendar year of moving. Within the calendar year of moving across the country to a new town. Within the calendar year. Within the calendar year. Within. Long lost high school sweatshirts. I'm so excited. I know. Long lost high school sweatshirts. Reunited. Long lost high school sweatshirts. Reunited. Long lost high school sweethearts. Long lost high school sweethearts. Long lost high school sweethearts. Reunited. Reunited. Long lost high school sweethearts. Reunited. You reunited. Romeo. Juliet. Romeo. Juliet. Romeo. Juliet. Waiting, long lost. 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 Reunited. Romeo. Juliet. Romeo. Juliet. Waiting, long lost. Reunited. 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 Romeo. Juliet. Now forgiveness. Flip. Forgiveness. Flip. Forgiveness. Flip. Bylaws. Flip. Bylaws. Constitution. Bylaws. Constitution. Forgiveness later. Forgiveness. Flip. Forgiveness. She's gonna flip. She's gonna flip. Forgiveness. Flip. Bylaws. Constitution. Bylaws. Constitution. Forgiveness. flip, flip, bylaws, bylaws, constitution, constitution, constitution. It's in the bylaws. It's in the bylaws. It's in the bylaws. Constitution, constitution. Forgiveness, forgiveness. Flip, flip. Bylaws, bylaws. Constitution, constitution. It's in the bylaws. As president, all guests should be run by me. All guests should be run by me. As president, all guests should be run by me. It's in the bylaws. It's in the bylaws. It's in the bylaws. We have bylaws now. We have bylaws now. Yes, in the club constitution. Yes, in the club constitution. Yes, in the club constitution. I wrote over break. Yes, in the club constitution, I wrote over break. Did you ever check your email? Yes, in the club constitution. Yes, in the club constitution, I wrote. Yes, in the club constitution, I wrote over break. Do you ever check your email? Constitution. Constitution. Forgiveness, flip, bylaws, constitution, wedding, long lost, reunited, Romeo, Juliet, forgiveness, flip, forgiveness, flip, bylaws, constitution, overstretched, thrilled, redo, browse, overstretched, thrilled, redo, browse, overstretched. Things were quiet over the holidays. Things were quiet over the holidays. But now our clients are back. We're gonna need another sitter. Or else we'll get overstretched. Overstretched. Or we'll get overstretched. Thrilled. Well, as the new girl in town. As the last new girl in town. I'm thrilled. Dawn is here. I'm thrilled. Dawn is here. And about those bylaws. Redo. Anything about kicking jobs to members who spend way too much on holiday gifts / new riding boots. Redo. Browse. My dad is finally letting me redo my room a little bit. My dad is finally letting me redo my room a little bit. Browse. Some new pillows, maybe a cool new lamp. Hot. Let's browse. Let's browse. Some new pillows, maybe A cool new lamp. Hot. Let's browse. Let's browse. Let's browse. 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 Let's browse. Let's browse. Overstretched. 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 Thrilled. Thrilled. Overstretched. Overstretched. Thrilled. 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 Redo. 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 Browse. 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 Overstretched. Overstretched. Thrilled. Thrilled. Redo. Redo. Browse. 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 Pinterest. Pinterest. Okay. Okay. I'll put my Pinterest. Pinterest. Okay. I'll put my Pinterest. Board. 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 I still have some boards. I still have some boards. I still have some boards saved. I still have some boards saved from when I moved. Shortly by color story. Shortly. Shorted. Shorted. Shorted by color story. Shorted. Sorted. Sorted by color story. Sorted. 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 Theme. Theme. How about a theme? Theme. 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 Broadway. 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 Broadway musicals. Broadway. Broadway musicals. Broadway musicals. Broadway musicals. Or textile, or textile, or textile, or textile, or textile. Natalie, or textile. Natalie. Hi, Natalie. Natalie. Hi, Natalie. 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 Pinterest. 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 Board. 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 Pinterest. 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 Board. Board. Sorted. Sorted. Board. Board. Sorted. Sorted. Theme. Theme. Broadway. 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 Textile. 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 Natalie. 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 Textile. Natalie. Textile. Textile. Natalie. Natalie. Pinterest. 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 Board. Board. Sorted. Sorted. Board. Board. Sorted. Sorted. Pinterest. 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 Board. Pinterest. Pinterest. Board. Sorted. Sorted. Theme. Theme. Broadway. 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 Textile. 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 Natalie. 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 Pinterest. 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 Board. Board. Pinterest. Pinterest. Board. 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 Sorted. 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 Theme. 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 Broadway. 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 Textile. 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 Natalie. Natalie. Textile. Textile. Natalie. 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 Pinterest. 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 Board. Board. Sorted. Sorted. Theme. theme, sorted by color story, sorted, theme, Broadway, textile, Natalie, ferrets, wreck, phase, wreck, phase, reductive, overwhelmed, reductive, overwhelmed, probational, basis, probational basis, probational basis, probational basis, probational basis, tank, intimidate, disorganized, wreck, phase, wreck, phase, wreck, phase, reductive, overwhelmed, probationary, basis, probationary basis, tank, intimidate, disorganized, wrecking ball phase, wrecking ball phase. What's wrong with the Barretts? The three kids are out of control. The three kids are out of control. And the mom is in the recently divorced. And the mom is in the recently divorced. Wrecking ball phase. That's what's wrong with the Barretts? The three kids are out of control, and the mom is in a recently divorced. Wrecking ball phase. Reductive. That's kind of reductive. That's kind of reductive. Reductive. That's kind of reductive. Excuse me. I mean newly divorced. A mom of three kids. I mean newly divorced. A mom of three kids. Of course, she's feeling overwhelmed. Of course, she's feeling overwhelmed. Possibly. Then why don't you take the job? Does that mean I'm in the club? Does that mean I'm in the club? Possibly on a probationary basis. 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 on a probationary basis. If she's great, which she will be, which she will be, isn't she's in, which she will be, she's in. And if she tanks, and if she tanks, and if she tanks, Natalie loses. Natalie loses our number forever. Natalie loses our number forever. Natalie loses our number forever. It's a win-win. Christy wasn't gonna intimidate me. Christy wasn't gonna intimidate me. I'm chill, but I don't back down. But I don't back down from a challenge. Christy wasn't gonna intimidate me. Christy wasn't gonna intimidate. Christy wasn't gonna intimidate me. I'm chill, but I don't back down. I'm chill, but I'm chill, but I don't back down from a challenge. Christy wasn't gonna intimidate. Christy wasn't gonna intimidate me. I'm chill, but I don't back down. But I don't back down from a challenge. Plus, if anyone knew how to deal with a disorganized mom, let's just say I learned from the master. 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 Wreck. Phase. Wreck. Phase. Wreck. Phase. Reductive. That's kind of reductive. That's kind of reductive. Overwhelmed. Probationary basis. Tank. Intimidate. Disorganized. Intimidate. Disorganized. Polenta. A spirit of a polenta. Spirit of a polenta. Risotto. With the body of a risotto. Amaranth. Purse. Amaranth. Purse. Snack. Have a purse snack. Amorous. Have a purse snack. Amorous. Thompson. Amorous. And Mr. Thompson. Purse. Snack. Polenta. Oh, I'm feeling the spirit of a polenta. I'm feeling the spirit of a polenta. Risotto. With the body of a risotto. With with the body of a risotto, risotto, with the body of a risotto, with the body of a risotto, risotto. Amaranth, amaranth, amaranth. Mom, every time you talk about a spirit of a dish, Mom, every time you talk about a spirit of a dish, we don't eat until 10 o'clock. We don't eat until 10 o'clock. You here have a purse snack. Have a purse snack. You here have a purse snack. Have a purse snack. Excuse me. I looked for amaranth. 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 Thompson. 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 I'm looking for the amaranth. I'm looking for the amaranth. I'm looking for the amaranth. And Mr. Thompson, Little Sharon, is that you? Little Sharon, is that you? It happens everywhere in Stony Brook. This happens everywhere. This happens everywhere in Stony Brook. It's like she never left. It's like she never left. Me on the other hand, I'm still waiting for the universe to give me a sign that I belong here. Amaranth, 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 amaranth. Thompson, Thompson, Thompson. Polenta, polenta, polenta. I'm feeling the spirit of a polenta. Polenta, polenta, polenta. Risotto, risotto, risotto. With the body of a risotto. Risotto, risotto. Polenta, polenta, polenta. Risotto, risotto. Amaranth, amaranth. I'm looking for the amaranth, and Mr. Thompson, Thompson. Purse, purse. Snack, snack. Shopper, shopper. Exist, exist. Flirt, flirt. Exist, flirt, flirt. Ancient, flirt, ancient, ancient. Flirt, ancient. Grain, 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 grain. Wiretap, 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 wiretap. Exist. Wiretap. May have wiretapped, wiretapped. Monologue, 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 monologue. We're tap, monologue, 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 monologue. Shopper, shopper. Exist, exist. Flirt, flirt. Ancient, ancient. Grain, grain. Wiretap, 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 wiretap. Monologue, monologue, monologue. Attention shoppers, 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 shopper. Attention shoppers, attention shoppers, attention shoppers. Stop looking for amaranth. Stop looking for amaranth. Stop looking for amaranth. Stop looking for amaranth. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Right? Right? I know. Two things. One, adults flirt by talking about ancient grains, ancient grains. Adults flirt. Adults flirt. Adults flirt. Adults flirt by talking about ancient grain. Ancient grain. Adults flirt by talking about ancient grain. And two, the universe may have wiretapped, my inner my inner monologue, my inner monologue, my inner monologue, my inner monologue, monologue, my inner monologue, shopper, shopper, exist, exist, shopper, shopper, exist, flirt, flirt, ancient, ancient, grain, grain, wiretap, 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 monologue, 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 monologue. Attention shoppers, stop looking for amaranth. Stop looking for amaranth. It doesn't exist. Two things. One, adults flirt, flirt, adults flirt, adults flirt by talking about ancient grains. And two, the universe may have wiretapped, my inner monologue, 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 wiretap, wiretap, monologue, 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 my inner monologue, my inner monologue, my inner monologue, my inner monologue, monologue, within, within, long lost, within, within, long lost, within, long lost, reunited, 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 Romeo, reunited, Romeo, Juliet, Juliet, forgiveness, forgiveness, flip, flip, bylaws, bylaws, flip, flip, bylaws, bylaws, constitution, 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 overstretched, constitution, 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 overstretched, overstretched, thrilled, 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 redo, 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 browse, 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 Pinterest, 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 bored, 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 sorted, 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 theme, theme, sorted, 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 theme, theme, Broadway, 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 textile, 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 Natalie, 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 wreck, wreck, phase, phase, wreck, wreck, phase, phase, reductive, reductive, wreck, wreck, phase, 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 reductive, 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 overwhelmed, 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 probationary, 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 basis, probationary, basis, probationary, basis, tank, tank, intimidate, 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 disorganized, 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 polenta, 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 risotto, 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 polenta, 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 risotto, 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 amaranth, 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 Thompson, Thompson, amaranth, amaranth, Thompson, shopper, exist, flirt, flirt, shopper, shopper, exist, exist, shopper, shopper, exist, exist, flirt, 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 ancient, 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 grain, 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 wiretap, 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 monologue, 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 dove, 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 extensive, 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 apron, apron, extensive, extensive, apron, apron, extensive, extensive, apron, apron, collection, 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 impressive, 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 attic, 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 attic. I have an attic full of stuff. Attic, attic, extensive, 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 apron, apron, extensive, extensive, apron, apron, extensive, extensive, apron, apron, collection, collection, impressive, impressive, attic, 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 extensive, 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 apron, apron, extensive, extensive, apron, apron, collection, 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 impressive, impressive, attic, 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 extensive, 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 that has such an extensive apron collection. That was delicious. That was delicious. And I don't think I've ever dated a man that has such an extensive apron collection. Extensive apron collection. Extensive apron collection. Extensive apron collection. Impressive. Oh, well, if you found that impressive. Oh, well, if you found that impressive, you are going to love my chef coats article. It's such a fun project for the girls. It's such a fun project for the girls, and I'd be happy to help. I have an attic full of stuff. I have an attic full of stuff I would love to find a new home for. I have an attic full of stuff. I have an attic full of stuff I would love to find a new home for. I have an attic. I have an attic full of stuff I would love to find a new home for. Overboard, sane, lava, sane, lava, executive, getaway, audition, getaway, audition, jet, audition, jet, overboard, sane, overboard, sane, lava, executive, getaway, executive, getaway, audition, jet, overboard, sane. Just don't go overboard. Just don't go overboard. Sharon, may I? Sharon, may I offer you some coffee? Sharon, may I offer you some coffee? Oh, let me help. Oh, and girls, pick up the dishes. Oh, girls, pick up the dishes. Pick up the dishes. He's saying. He's saying. He's saying. He's saying. Saying. He's saying. The floor is lava. 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 Executive. Does this look read? Does this look read? Executive. 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 Executive using a travel website. Executive using a travel website to book a last minute getaway. 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 Sure, I think. Getaway. 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 To book a last minute getaway. Executive using a travel website to book a last minute getaway. Getaway. Executive. 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 Overboard. Overboard. Sane. Sane. Lava. Lava. Overboard. 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 Sane. Lava. Lava. Executive. 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 Lava. Executive. Getaway. 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 Audition. 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 Jet. 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 Overboard. 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 Sane. 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 Lava. 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 Executive. Executive. Getaway. Getaway. Executive. Executive. Getaway. Getaway. Audition. 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 Jet. 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 Lava. Lava. Overboard. Overboard. Lava. Lava. Overboard. Overboard. Scene. Scene. Lava. Executive. 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 Getaway. Getaway. Audition. 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 My ex has a jet. My ex has a jet. Oh, great, because I have an audition and I was worried. It was a little bit too. My ex has a jet. Oh, I wish. Oh, I wish. Oh, I wish. I wish. Diaper. 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 Membership. Membership. But my membership in the BSc. Membership. But my membership. Diaper. 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 Membership. Membership. Stake. Stake. Stake was at stake. 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 Elbow. 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 A little elbow. 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 Grease. Grease. Elbow grease. Elbow grease. A little elbow. Elbow. Grease. Grease. Impressed. 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 Diaper. Diaper. Membership. Membership. Diaper. Diaper. Membership. Membership. Stake. Stake. Elbow. 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 Grease. Grease. Elbow. 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 Grease. Grease. Elbow. Grease. Impressed. impressed, impressed, diaper, 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 membership, 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 steak, steak. Someone needs a diaper change. Someone needs a diaper change. Someone needs a diaper change. Here you go. Someone needs a diaper change. Someone needs a diaper change. Here you go. Maybe Christy had a point. Maybe Christy had a point. Maybe Christy had a point. Natalie was a little all over the place. Natalie was a little all over the place. Natalie was a little all over the place. But my membership in the BSC was at stake. Was at stake. 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 Stake was at a stake. Was at a stake. A little elbow grease. A little elbow grease. 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 A little elbow grease. A little elbow grease. I'm so impressed. Impressed. Elbow. 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 Grease. Grease. A little elbow grease. A little elbow. A little elbow grease. A little elbow grease. A little elbow grease. Elbow. 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 Grease. Grease. Impressed. Impressed. Diaper. Diaper. Membership. Membership. Steak. 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 Elbow. 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 Grease. Grease. Elbow. Elbow. Grease. Grease. Impressed. 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 Sword. 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 Bang. 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 Sword. Sword. Bang. Don, can you find the body's sword? Don, can you find the body's sword? Sword. 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 Don, can you find the body's sword? Do you think I should grow out my bangs? Grow out my bangs. Grow out my bangs. Do you think I should grow out? Do you think I should grow out my bangs? Do you think I should grow out my bangs? Bangs. Sure, yeah. Maybe I should get a perm. 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 Sword. 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 Bang. Bang. Sword. Sword. Bang. S's. 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 Dove. 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 Dove gray. Dove. 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 Dove gray. Dove gray. Dove. 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 Doze off. Doze off. Doze off. Doze off. Doze off. Straighten. 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 This. Biology. Sleep in the biology class. Biology. Straightening up to help. Discipline. 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 discipline, discipline,
discipline,
discipline,
discipline,
discipline, discipline, discipline,
discipline,
discipline,
discipline,
discipline, discipline,
discipline,
discipline,
discipline,
discipline, discipline,
discipline,
discipline,
discipline,
discipline, discipline, discipline, discipline, discipline, discipline, discipline, and the kids have no discipline, discipline, dissections, dissections, during frog dissection, dissections, dissections, during frog dissections, 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 sword, 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 bang, sword, bang, acid, 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 dove, dove, acid, acid, dove, dove, acid, dove, acid, dove, doze off, doze off, doze off, straighten, 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 discipline, 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 sword, sword, bang, bang, discipline, 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 sword, 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 bang, bang, acid, 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 dove, 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 acid, acid, dove, dove, doze off, doze off, straighten, 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 discipline, 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 acid, 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 acid yellow or dove gray. So acid yellow, acid yellow. So acid yellow or dove gray, dove gray. I'm just dozed off, doze off, doze off. I'm fine, I'm fine. I just dozed off, I just dozed off. I'm fine, I just dozed off. Biology, 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 Mr. Fairmont, Mrs. Fairmont, Mrs. Fairmont definitely noticed. You fell asleep in biology class today. You fell asleep in biology class today. You fell asleep in biology class today. Mrs. Fairmont, Mrs. Fairmont definitely noticed. 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 I mean, I started straining up to help. I started straining up to help, but now she expects it. 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 And she's bad about it. And she's bad about coming back on time. And she's bad about coming back on time. And the kids have no this discipline, and the kids have no 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 discipline, straightening, straightening, straightening. I mean, I started straightening up to help. I started straightening up to help, but now she expects it, and she's better about coming back on time, and she's better about coming back on time, and the kids have no discipline, and the kids have no discipline, and the kids have no discipline, and the kids have no discipline. Sword, bang, sword, bang, acid, sword, bang, sword, bang, acid, dove, acid, dove, doze off, straighten, discipline, straighten, discipline, bail, probation, bail, probation, boundary, divide, divine, spark, spark, namaste, her into submission, namaste,
Namaste.
namaste,
Namaste.
namaste,
Namaste.
namaste,
Namaste.
na, na,
Namaste.
namaste, namaste, bail, probation, bail, probation, bail, probation, boundary, probation, right? Bailing on them with everything go on. Bailing, bail, bailing on them with everything go on. Bailing on them with everything going on would just make everything worse. And I'm still on probation, right? And I'm still on probation, right? Boundaries. Some who can set boundaries. Boundary. Boundaries. Of course, that was the answer. Allow the divine spark, divine. Allow the divine spark, divine spark. Allow the divine spark in myself. Allow the divine spark in myself to recognize the divine spark within Christy Thomas. Allowed allow the divine spark in myself to recognize the divine spark within Christy Thomas. Namaste, 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 namaste,
Namaste.
namaste,
Namaste.
namaste, namaste,
Namaste.
namaste,
Namaste.
namaste,
Namaste.
namaste, namaste her into submission, submission, into submission, into submission, submission. Listing, 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 submission, submission, submission. Sharon Porter. I actually tried to get this listing for months. I actually tried to get this listing for months, listing, property, listing, bail, probation, bail, probation, bail, probation, boundary, divine, boundary, divine, spark, divine, spark, divine, spark, monastery, monastery, submission, monastery, submission, monastery, submission, listing, bailing on them with everything going on, would just make everything worse. And I'm still on probation, right? Someone who can set the boundaries, allow the divine spark, allow the divine spark in myself to recognize the divine spark within Christy Thomas. Nanastay her into submission. Submission. Oh, Sharon Porter. We've been meaning to stop by and say hello. I've been meaning to stop. I've been meaning to stop by. I've been meaning to stop by and say hello. I actually tried to get this listing for months. I actually tried to get this listing for months. Listing, property, brew, property, brew, kombucha, Fahrenheit, kombucha, Fahrenheit, 99.8, Fahrenheit, grilled on a grilled cheese, grilled grilled, grilled, mayonnaise, 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 mayonnaise or mayonnaise, 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 mayonnaise or mayonnaise, 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 stove, 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 property, property, brew, brew. Oh well, come in. The house was empty for quite a while. My parents have a lot of property that I don't know what to do with. I don't know what to do with. I had no idea. I had no idea. Sorry, my mom networks. Sorry, my mom networks like most people breathe. Sorry, my mom networks like most people breathe. So down here, I'm going to brew my own kombucha. I'm going to brew. So down here, I'm going to brew my own kombucha. For adults only. Fahrenheit. 99.8 Fahrenheit under the tongue. Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit, right. And what makes the perfect crust? And what makes the perfect crust on a grilled cheese? Mayonnaise or mayonnaise, mayonnaise or mayonnaise, mayonnaise or mayonnaise or mayonnaise or mayonnaise, mayonnaise or mayonnaise. Stove. If they are okay with, if they're okay with you using the stove, but always ask the client. But always ask the client if they are okay with you. If they're okay with you. If they're okay with you using the stove. If they're okay with you using the stove. Stove. Extensive. Apron. Extensive. Apron. Extensive. Apron. Collection. Impressive. Attic. Extensive. Apron. Collection. Impressive. Attic. Overboard. Saying. Lava. Executive. Getaway. Audition. Jet. Overboard. Saying. Overboard. Saying. Lava. Executive. Getaway. Audition. Jet. Diaper. Membership. Diaper. Membership. Steak. Membership. Steak. Elbow. Steak. elbow, elbow, grease, 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 impressed, grease, grease, elbow, elbow grease, elbow grease, elbow grease, impressed, 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 sword, sword, impressed, 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 sword, sword, bang, 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 acid, acid, sword, sword, bang, bang, acid, acid, dove, dove, acid, 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 dove, dove, those of, dove, dove, those of, straighten, 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 discipline, 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 bail, bail, probation, bail, 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 probation, bail, probation, bail, probation, boundary, 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 probation, boundary, probation, boundary, divine, 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 spark, spark, divine, 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 spark, spark, divine, spark, spark, mainstay, 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 submission, mainstay, submission, mainstay, 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 submission, 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 listing, submission, submission, listing, listing, property, 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 brew, brew, property, 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 brew, brew, kombucha, 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 Fahrenheit, 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 kombucha, kombucha, Fahrenheit, 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 Fahrenheit. What temperature is officially a fever? What temperature is officially a fever? 99.8 Fahrenheit under the tongue, and 100.4 Fahrenheit in the behind. Fahrenheit, Fahrenheit in the behind. Fahrenheit in the behind. Fahrenheit, 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 Fahrenheit in the behind. Grilled, grilled. Right. And what makes the perfect crust on the grilled cheese? Grilled cheese, grilled cheese. Mayonnaise, mayonnaise, mayonnaise or mayonnaise, 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 stove, mayonnaise or mayonnaise if you must, but always mayonnaise, 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 mayonnaise or mayonnaise, mayonnaise or mayonnaise if you must, but always ask the client if they are okay, if they're okay with you using the stuff, if they're okay with you using the stove, and about any food allergies, you never know, and about any food allergies, you never know, and you never know, and the parent may forget, to tell you, and you never know, and the parent may forget, to tell you. Forget. Mayonnaise, 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 stove, 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 hung, hung, hung. So this not a ton of options. So there's not a ton of options. Ton of options. decent, decent, decent. But Watson, my fiancé, does have a few decent friends, and they are not all bald, tuck, and he just tucks that shirt in so tight, and he just tuck, and he just tucks that shirt in so tight. He means well. You just seem too lovely and free. And he just tucks that shirt in. And he just tucks that shirt in so tight. You know what I'm saying? He does. Tuck. And he just tucks that shirt in. And he just tucks that shirt so tight. Tuck, ton, decent, ton, decent, ton, decent, bold, ton, decent, bold, tuck, easygoing, shell, 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 whistle, shock, whistle, shock, baguette, wielded, baguette, shock, baguette, wielded, baguette, wielded, easygoing, shell, whistle, shock, baguette, wielded. He's really easygoing and sweet. He's really easygoing and sweet. Well, I'm glad to hear he's coming out of his shell. Well, I'm glad to hear he's coming out of his shell. Well, I'm glad to hear he's coming out of his shell. He's coming out of his shell. Easygoing, shell, whistle. The whistle shocked him. The whistle shocked him enough to drop the baguette, to drop the baguette. So he wielded the bread as his weapon. So he wielded the bread as his weapon. So he wielded the bread as his weapon. Whistle, shock, baguette, wielded. So he wielded the bread as his weapon. The whistle shocked him enough to drop the baguette. You have to get them calm. So they can tell you what's really the matter. The whistle shocked him enough to drop the baguette. You have to get them calm so they can tell you what's really matter. So they can tell you what's really the matter. David Michael wasn't really upset that the cheese was too yellow. The cheese was too yellow. The cheese The cheese was too yellow. He felt ignored. He felt ignored. He felt ignored. He felt ignored. So he wielded. So he wielded bread as his weapon. So he wielded bread as his weapon. So he wielded bread as his weapon. Wielded, wield, wield, wield. Easygoing, shell. Easygoing, 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 shell. Easygoing, shell. Whistle, whistle, shock, shock. Baguette, baguette, shock, shock. Whistle, whistle, baguette, baguette. Wielded, 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 wielded. Wielded, wielded. Gus, gus, gus. Frittata, frittata. Frittatas, frittatas with pea shoot, with pea shoot. The chopped vegetables, chop, chop, chop. The chopped vegetables, the chopped vegetables, the chopped vegetables. Protocol, was against the babysitting protocol, maybe taking a call, maybe taking a call was against the babysitter's protocol, despairing, she put a despairing act on. But it wasn't the only one. She pulled a despairing act on. Despairing. She pulled a despairing act on. Maybe taking a call was against the babysitter protocol, was against the babysitting protocol, but it wasn't the only one. She pulled a despairing act on. Despairing. Leprosy. I don't know. She looked it out of my house, like I told her I had leprosy or something. Leprosy. Statement. A statement wall. But the wallpaper border. But the wallpaper border, we can't just paint over that. But the wallpaper border, we can't just paint over that. We can't just point over that. Border. Frittata, shoot, glass. Frittatas with pea shoots, frittatas with pea shoots. Are you being insane? Are you being insane about the size of the chopped vegetables? Are you being insane? Are you being insane about the size of the chopped vegetables? Maybe taking a call was against the babysitting protocol. Maybe taking a call was against the babysitting protocol, but it wasn't the only one. She put a despairing act on. I don't know. She booked it out of my house. I don't know. She booked it out. She booked it out of my house. Like I told her, like I told her I had leprosy or something. Like I told her I had leprosy. Like I told her I had leprosy. Like I told her I had leprosy or something. Maybe she didn't feel good. Yeah. You know what would really pop. You know what would really pop. You know what would really pop. A statement wall. But the wallpaper border. We can't just paint over that. Border. Peel. Plaster. Peel. Plaster. Peel. Plaster. Peel. Well, it's starting to peel in the corner over here. Well, it's starting to peel. Well, it's starting to peel in the corner over here. Peel. Plaster. It wouldn't pull off the plaster. I just wanted to make sure that I just wanted to make sure that it wouldn't pull off the plaster. My daughter and I talked about pillows and a lamp. It wouldn't pull off the plaster. I just wanted to make sure that it wouldn't pull off the plaster. Pull off the plaster. Kidney. Plaster. Kidney. Bletchton. Kidney. Dr. Bletchton. Dr. Bletchton. Kidney. Bletchton. Trip. Why do I keep tripping on that line? Tripping on that line. Tripping on that line. Flooding or for flooding my bathroom. Flooding. Aquaman. Yogurt. One yogurt. One yogurt. Peel. Plaster. Plaster. Peel. Plaster. Kidney. Bletchton. Trip. Bletchton. Trip. Flooding. Aquaman. Yogurt. Y O you are yogurt, yogurt,
Yogurt.
yogurt,
Yogurt.
yogurt,
Yogurt.
yogurt,
Yogurt.
yogurt,
Yogurt.
yogurt, yogurt. C R Y O G E N cryogenic, cryogenic, cryogenic,
Cryogenic.
cryogenic,
Cryogenic.
cryogenic,
Cry-
cryogenic, 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 yogurt, yogurt, peel, peel, plaster, peel, peel, plaster, peel, plaster, kidney, 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 Blackton, 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 trip, trip, flooding, 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 Aquaman, 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 yogurt, yogurt. You would see how much I need this kidney. You would see how much I need this kidney. Dr. Blackton, Dr. Blackton, Dr. Blackton. Why do I keep tripping on that line? Why do I keep tripping on? Why do I keep tripping on that line? Why do I keep tripping on that line? Why do I keep tripping on? Why do I keep tripping on that line? Can I go play with David Michael? Can I go play with David Michael? You are grounded for flooding my bathroom. You are grounded for flooding my bathroom. I was being Aquaman. I was being Aquaman. I was being Aquaman. You are grounded for flooding my bathroom. I was being Aquaman. I was being Aquaman. So you give it and then you give up on yourself. So you give it and then you give up on yourself. And then one day you are alone, starting over. One yogurt commercial. Starting over. One yogurt commercial. Audition at a time. One yogurt commercial. One yogurt commercial audition at a time. But I have to make it work. I have to prove my kids. I have to prove to my kids that I can make something. I can make something of myself. I can make something of myself. Of course you do. Of course you do. Of course you do. Cryogenic, freeze, cryogenic, freeze. Total, Toodaloo.
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 Toodaloo. Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo. Toodaloo. Toodaloo. Toodaloo. Fridge. Toodaloo. Fridge. Cryogenic. Fridge facial. I'll be back after my cryogenic. I'll be back after my cryogenic fridge facial. Toodaloo. 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 Cryogenic fridge facial. Cryogenic. cryogenic, 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 to the loo, to the loo, to the loo, pun, 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 decent, 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 bold, bold, decent, decent, bold, bold, tuck, tuck, tongue, tongue, decent, decent, bold, bold, tuck, tuck, easygoing, easygoing, shell, easygoing, easygoing, shell, whistle, whistle, shock, whistle, shock, baguette, baguette, whistle, 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 shock, baguette, shock, baguette, wielded, 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 frittata, 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 shoot, shoot, frittata, shoot, shoot, frittata, frittata, shoot, shoot, chop, 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 pro, pro, protocol, 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 disappearing, protocol, disappearing, protocol, disappearing, disappearing, leprosy, 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 despairing, 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 leprosy, despairing, despairing, leprosy, despairing, despairing, leprosy, leprosy, statement, 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 border, border, statement, statement, despairing, leprosy, 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 statement, leprosy, statement, leprosy, statement, border, border, peel, peel, plaster, plaster, peel, peel, plaster, plaster, kidney, 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 Blackstone, 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 Dr. Blackstone, trip, 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 flooding, 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 Aquaman, Aquaman, flooding, 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 Aquaman, Aquaman, flooding, flooding, Aquaman, Aquaman, yogurt, 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 cryogenic, 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 fridge, fridge, cryogenic, cryogenic, fridge, fridge, toddler, 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 naturally, and naturally, she left and naturally, and naturally, naturally, toddler, 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 naturally, 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 directory, 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 identify, 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 lap, identify, identify. I held my breath for one whole lap. whole lap, whole lap, whole lap, lap, Hamilton, 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 forgotten, 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 Marnie, 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 wise, Marnie, 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 nature, now naturally, naturally. Natalie's phone was off, and naturally she left no other numbers. Naturally, directory. So Christy found the school directory and called everywhere. She thought Buddy could be. Nobody had seen him. Nobody had seen him. I was afraid he had run away or been taken. I was afraid he was run away or been taken. Identify yourself. Sir, I need you to identify yourself. Identify. Identify. Sir, I need you to identify yourself. Okay. I held my breath for one whole lap. You should have seen me today. As at swim class. Don, you should have seen me today at swim class. I held my breath for one whole lap. Hamilton. Officers, I'm Hamilton Brett. I am Hamilton. Forgotten. Marnie. That's Marnie. Forgotten. Marnie. Wise. Desperate, constantly, desperate, constantly, desperate. I remembered something, a very wise. I remembered something. And then I remembered something. I didn't know what was wrong. I didn't know what was wrong. And then I remembered something, a very experienced babysitter told me. Wise. Desperate. Everyone's dad is just so desperate. Desperate to hang out with them. Desperate. Everyone's dad is just so desperate. Everyone's dad is just so desperate. Everyone's dad is just so desperate to hang out with them. Desperate, constantly. Mr. Barrett takes Buddy to swimming. Mr. Barrett takes Buddy to swimming. Mary Ann's dad wants her home with him. Mary Ann's dad wants her home with him every second of every day. And your dad FaceTimes you constantly. And your dad FaceTimes you constantly, but my dad left me. I don't know where he is. He hasn't called me in a year and a half. Marnie, forgotten, wise, desperate, 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 constantly, desperate, constantly, desperate, constantly, desperate, constantly, desperate, constantly, constantly, wise, a very wise, very experienced babysitter told me. Desperate, 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 constantly, 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 tantrum, 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 behind every tantrum, behind every tantrum is something else. Tantrum, 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 personality, personality, title, 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 personality, title, alternate, 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 alternative, 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 tantrum, 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 behind every tantrum, 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 tantrum. We are both strong women with big personalities, with big personalities. You'll need a title, title. You'll need a title. Personality, you'll need a title. You'll need a title. Alternate, alternate officer. Alternate, 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 alternate officer. It means you'll do it. It means you'll do it all because you can. You are kind of alternative. 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 You are kind of alternative in a 90th scene. In a 19th scene. In a 19th scene. In a 19th in a 90th scene. Alternative. 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 Constitution. Constitution. Tantrum. 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 Personality. Tantrum. 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 Personality. Tantrum. Personality. Tantrum. Personality. Personality. Title. 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 Authority. Or alternity. 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 Or alternity. Alternity. Alternative. 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 Constitution. No written constitution. Constitution. No written constitution. Eggplant. Eggplant. Sort out. Sort out. Eggplant. 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 Sort out. Sort out. Sort out. Sort out. Weirdo. Sort out. Sort out. Weirdos. 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 Parents are just the older weirdos doing the best they can. Now try eggplant. Now try eggplant. Just like the rest of us. Just like the rest of us. Weirdos. Just like the rest of us. 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 Naturally. Directory. Naturally. Naturally. Directory. Identify. Directory. Identify. Lap. Hamilton. Forgotten. Hamilton. Forgotten. Marnie. Wise. Marnie. Wise. Desperate. Wise. Desperate. Constantly. Desperate. Constantly. Tantrum. Personality. Tantrum. Personality. Title. Alternative. Alternative. Constitution. Eggplant. Sort out. Weirdo. Sort out. Weirdo. Sort out. Weirdo. Within. Long lost. Reunited. Romeo. Within. Long lost. Reunited. Within. Long lost. Reunited. Romeo. Juliet. Forgiveness. Juliet. Forgiveness. Within. Long lost. Reunited. Romeo. Juliet. Forgiveness. Flip. Forgiveness. Flip. Bylaws. Constitution. Forgiveness. Flip. Forgiveness. Flip. Bylaws. Forgiveness. Flip. Bylaws. Constitution. Bylaws. Constitution. Overstretched. Thrilled. Redo. Browse. overstretched, 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 thrilled, thrilled, redo, redo, browse, 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 Pinterest, Pinterest, bored, bored, sorted, sorted, theme, theme, sorted, 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 theme, theme, Broadway, 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 textile, 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 Natalie, textile, Natalie, textile, Natalie, Natalie, wreck, 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 phase, phase, wreck, 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 phase, 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 reductive, 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 phase, phase, wreck, wreck, reductive, reductive, overwhelmed, overwhelmed, probationary, 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 basis, basis, probationary, 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 basis, tank, 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 intimidate, 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 tank, 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 intimidate, 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 disorganized, 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 polenta, 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 risotto, risotto, polenta, 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 risotto, polenta, 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 risotto, risotto, amaranth, 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 Thompson, amaranth, 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 Thompson, Thompson, amaranth, Thompson, shopper, 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 exist, exist, shopper, shopper, exist, exist, flirt, flirt, exist, 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 flirt, 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 ancient, 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 brain, ancient, brain, ancient, ancient, brain, ancient, 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 brain, 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 wiretap, 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 monologue, 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 wiretap, 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 monologue, monologue, wiretap, 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 monologue, monologue, wiretap, 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 monologue, 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 extensive, 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 apron, extensive, apron, collection, collection, impressive, impressive, attic, 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 extensive, 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 apron, apron, extensive, extensive, apron, apron, collection, collection, impressive, 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 attic, 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 overboard, 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 sane, sane, lava, 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 executive, executive, lava, lava, executive, executive, getaway, getaway, audition, audition, jet, jet, overboard, overboard, sane, overboard, sane, impressive, attic, sane, lava, lava, executive, lava, lava, executive, executive, getaway, getaway, audition, audition, jet, jet, diaper, diaper, membership, membership, stake, stake, membership, stake, elbow, elbow, stake, 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 elbow, elbow, grease, grease, elbow, 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 grease, grease, impressed, impressed, diaper, 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 membership, diaper, membership, stake, stake, elbow, elbow, grease, grease, impressed, 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 sword, sword, bang, bang, acid, 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 dove, dove, doze off, doze off, dove, dove, doze off, doze off, straighten, 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 discipline, 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 sword, 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 bang, 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 acid, 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 dove, dove, acid, acid, dove, dove, doze off, doze off, straighten, 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 discipline, 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 bail, bail, probation, bail, 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 probation, bail, probation, boundary, 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 ball, bail, bail, probation, probation, bail, 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 probation, bail, probation, boundary, boundary, divine, divine, spark, spark, divine, divine, spark, 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 nanostay, 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 submission, nanostay, 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 submission, nanostay, nanostay, submission, submission, listing, 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 property, 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 brew, brew, property, property, brew, brew, kombucha, kombucha, brew, brew, property, 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 brew, brew, kombucha, 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 Fahrenheit, 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 grilled, grilled, Fahrenheit, 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 grilled, grilled, Fahrenheit, 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 grilled, 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 mayonnaise, 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 stove, 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 ton, ton, decent, decent, board, board, tuck, tuck, ton, ton, decent, decent, ton, decent, board, tuck, tuck, easygoing, 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 shell, shell, whistle, whistle, shell, shell, whistle, whistle, shock, 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 baguette, 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 wielded, 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 easygoing, 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 shell, shell, whistle, whistle, shock, shock, baguette, 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 wielded, 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 frittata, 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 shoot, 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 chop, 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 protocol, 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 despairing, protocol, protocol, despairing, protocol, despairing, protocol. Leprosy, 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 frittata, frittata, shoot, frittata, shoot, chop, chop, protocol, 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 despairing, despairing, leprosy, despairing, leprosy, statement, statement, butter, butter, peel, peel, plaster, 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 kidney, 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 Blackstone, 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 trip, 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 flooding, 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 Aquaman, Aquaman, flooding, 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 Aquaman, 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 flooding, 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 Aquaman, 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 yogurt, 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 cryogenic, 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 fridge, fridge, cryogenic, 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 fridge, fridge, freeze, toodle, 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 naturally, 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 directory, 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 identify, directory, 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 identify, directory, directory, identify, directory, identify, lap, lap, Hamilton, Hamilton, lap, lap, Hamilton, 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 forgotten, forgotten, Hamilton, Hamilton, forgotten, forgotten, Marnie, 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 wise, wise, Marnie, 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 wise, 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 desperate, 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 wise, wise, desperate, 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 wise, wise, desperate, constantly, 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 tantrum, 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 constantly, constantly, tantrum, tantrum, constantly, constantly, tantrum, tantrum, personality, personality, tantrum, 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 personality, personality, title, 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 alternate, 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 alternative, 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 constitution, 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 eggplant, 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 short out, short out, short out, short out, weirdo, 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 weirdo. Weirdo, weirdo, Buddhist, 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 burden, 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 react, 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 collaboration, 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 queer, 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 Buddhist, Buddhist, burden, Buddhist, burden, react, collaboration, 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 queer, queer, redo, redo. There's an old Buddhist, Buddhist, Buddhist. There's an old Buddhist saying. There's an oldest Buddhist saying. Remembering a wrong is like carrying a burden in the mind. Burden in the mind is like carrying a burden in the mind. There's an old Buddhist saying, remembering a wrong, remembering a wrong is like carrying a burden is like carrying a burden in the mind. Is like carrying a burden in the mind. So true, burden, react. You were trying to do something nice for Marianne, and I'm sorry for the way I reacted. We feel terrible about what happened. We feel terrible about what happened the other week with the wallpaper. The other week with the wallpaper. The other week with the wallpaper. So do I. We were trying to do something nice for Marianne, and I'm sorry for the way I reacted. And I'm sorry for the way I reacted. And I'm sorry for the way I reacted. I feel terrible about what happened the other week with the wallpaper. So do I. We were trying to do something nice for Marianne. You were trying to do something nice for Marianne, and I'm sorry for the way I reacted. Well, we were actually hoping you'd say that. Because we've come to propose. Because we've come to propose a creative collaboration, 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 a creative collaboration. Have you ever heard of Queer Eye? Have you ever heard of Queer? Have you ever heard of Queer Eye? Queer Eye. So we were thinking that this time we could redo Marianne's room again. So we were thinking that this time we could redo Marianne's room again. Redo, Buddhist, burden, burden, Buddhist, 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 burden, Buddhist, burden, Buddhist, burden, react, react, collaboration, 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 queer, queer, redo, warm down, warm down, warm down, warm down, mood, mood, warm down, warm down, warm down, mood, glue, 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 brush, 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 instruction, 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 warm down, warm down, warm down, mood, mood, glue, glue, brush, brush, instruction, instruction, instruction. Richard wasn't a bad guy. Richard wasn't a bad guy. He just needed to warm down to death. He just needed to be warmed down to death, Please. I don't know. Okay, really? Oh my gosh. You won't regret it. You won't regret it. We promised. With a mood of his own. I focused on the room stuff. So A or B. I focused on the room stuff. I focused on the room stuff while Stacy tried to get Richard on board with a mood of his own. With a mood of his own. While Stacy tried to get Richard on board with a mood of his own. For what? For what? And the great work began. And the great work began. Mood with a mood of his own. With a mood of his own. And I focused on the room stuff. I focused on the room stuff. While Stagey tried to get Richard on board with a mood of his own. For what? Glue. I thought this was hip. I thought this was hip. I thought this was hip. Look, let's try some glue. Look, let's try some glue. Just one little brush. Just one little brush. Okay. Okay, just one little brush. Okay. Yep. Okay, why don't you know what? I think I'd like to read the instructions first. I'd like to read the instructions first. Warm down, mood, glue, brush, instruction, Buddhist, burden, Buddhist, burden, react, elaborate, collaboration, queer, worn down, mood, glue, brush, instruction, this rug, regal, oh, yep, regal, stage, compliment, accomplish, compliment, accomplish, singular, with a singular artistic vision, singular, artistic vision, district, district art show, district, 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 rug, 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 regal, 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 rug, 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 regal, 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 stage, 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 compliment, 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 accomplish, 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 singular, 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 vision, 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 district, 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 rug, 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 regal, regal, rug, this rug, this rug, this rug is my husband. This rug, this rug, this rug, this rug is my husband. I love the purple. It's so pop yet regal, pop yet regal, regal, pop yet regal. This looks like a room my mom stages for buyers. Stages. This looks like a room. This looks like a room my mom stages for buyers, and that's a compliment. 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 Just goes to show what you can. You can accomplish what you can accomplish, what you can accomplish. Just goes to show, just goes to show, just goes to show what you can accomplish, what you can accomplish, what you can accomplish, accomplish, what you can accomplish with a singular artistic vision, 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 singular, singular, accomplish, 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 compliment, compliment, accomplish, 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 singular, 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 vision, 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 district, 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 in the eastern Connecticut, in the eastern Connecticut district, district art show, district art show, district art show, district, district, in the eastern Connecticut district art show. And because I'm also a romantic genius, I had the idea of inviting Trevor Sambon, inviting Trevor Sambon over to help me choose which pieces to show, to help me choose which pieces to show. Rug, 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 regal, 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 stage, 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 regal, stage, compliment, 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 accomplish, accomplish, compliment, compliment, accomplish, accomplish, singular, 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 vision, vision, singular, vision, district, 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 Tootsie, 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 roll pop is very compelling, is very compelling. The Tootsie roll pop, the Tootsie roll pop The Tootsie Roll Pop is very compelling. Compelling. It's very compelling. 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 Judge. 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 Panel. Panel. Judge. 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 Panel. Judge. Panel. Panel. Admission. Admission. Panel. Admissions. 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 Institute. 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 Yale. 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 Institute. Institute. Tootsie. Tootsie. The Tootsie Roll Pop. The Tootsie Roll Pop is very compelling. It's very compelling. The Tootsie Roll Pop is very compelling. 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 I'm not supposed to tell anyone this. I'm not supposed to tell anyone this, but one of the judges on the panel. The panel is the head of admissions. It's the head of admission. It's the head of admissions for the Summer Art Institute. For the Summer Art Institute. For the Summer Art Institute in New Haven. Institute. For Summer Art of Institute in New Haven. The Summer Art Institute in Summer Art Institute in New Haven. Yale. 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 Prestigious. Yale. Yale. Prestigious. Schooler. Like middle schoolers. Exceptions. Make exceptions. Exception. Paula. I really think Paula will respond to this. Paula. Yale. Prestigious. Yeah. In case you didn't know, New Haven is what fancy people call Yale. New Haven is what fancy people call Yale. In case you didn't know, New Haven is what fancy people call Yale. Traveler was talking about the most. Traveler was talking about the most prestigious. The most prestigious. About the most prestigious. The most prestigious. Prestigious. The most prestigious high school fine arts program in the country. Trevor was talking about the most prestigious the most prestigious high school fine arts, high school fine arts, high school fine arts program in the country. Seriously, I mean, they don't usually take middle schoolers. I mean, they don't usually take middle schoolers. But sometimes they make exceptions. 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 I really think Paula. I really think Paula will respond to this. To see, compelling, judge, panel, admission, institute, admission, institute, Yale, prestigious, schooler, inspection, Paula, triptych, is this triptych intended as a pop art homage, intend, homage, triptych. Is this triptych intended as a pop art homage? Consumerism, about American consumerism that hasn't been said before. Pod. This is my sister. This is my sister Janine. She hatched from a space pod. My parents found in the compost bin, and has struggled to adapt to the customs of Earth. Adapt. Custom. Merely. I merely came to remind you. Merely. Verify. To verify. to verify, verify, ruiner, 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 triptych, 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 triptych. Is this a triptych? Triptych. Intend, intend. Homage, 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 homage. Consumerism, 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 consumerism. Triptych, triptych. Is this a triptych? Is this a triptych? Is this a triptych? Is this a triptych? Is this a triptych intended as a pop? Intended as a pop art, homage, 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 as a pop art homage, homage. Is this a triptych? Is this a triptych intended as a pop art homage, 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 homage? Or do you feel you have something to say? Or do you feel you have something to say about American consumerism that about American consumerism that hasn't been said before, hasn't been said before. This is my sister Janine. She hatched from a space pod. She hatched from a space pod. My parents found in the compost bin, compost bin, found in the compost bin, compost bin, compost bin, compost bin, found in the compost bin, found in the compost bin, compost bin, and has struggled, and has struggled, and has struggled to adapt to the custom, to adapt, and has struggled to adapt, and has struggled to adapt to the customs of Earth, struggled to adapt to the customs of Earth, to the customs of Earth, to the customs of Earth. I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. I merely came to remind you. Our parents asked me to verify your finished review questions, to finish your finished review questions on your social studies unit, on your social studies units on World War II before their return from the cinema tonight. I should probably get home. I should probably get home away. I should probably get home away. I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. I merely came to remind you. I merely came to remind you. Our parents asked me to verify your finished review questions on your social studies unit on World War II before their return from the cinema tonight. Before their return from the cinema tonight. Verify. Ruiner. Literally. Ruiner. Literally. Include. Literally. Include. Seed. Livelier. George's. Georges, Surat, Georges, Surat, developing, infinitesimally, extremely, lack, erudition, lie down, erudition, lie down, literally, ruiner, literally, include, seed, livelier, Jenin is a life ruiner. Jenin is a life ruiner. She literally ruins lives. She literally ruins lives. Even worse, after dinner, Minnie suggested, we make her feel included by offering to play her favorite game. Jenin is a life ruiner. She literally ruins lives. Even worse, after dinner, Minnie suggested we make her feel included by offering to feel included. Minnie suggested we make her feel included. Minnie suggested we make her feel included by offering to play her favorite game. Perhaps I should cede my next turn. Perhaps I should cede my next turn. Perhaps I should cede my next turn in the interest of livelier gameplay. In the interest of livelier gameplay. In the interest of livelier gameplay. That's purple. That's art. The artist, Georges. Sarah, Georges, Sarah, the artist Georges Sarah is known for developing. The artist Georges Sarah is known for developing what kind of infinitesimally what kind of infinitesimally focused painting technique. The artist Georges Sarah is known for developing what kind of infinitesimally, what kind of infinite, in infinitesimally focused painting, focused infinitesimally focused paint, focused painting, technical, extremely knowledgeable, excuse me, this should be easy, excuse me, this should be easy. Art is a subject of which you are meant to be extremely knowledgeable, art is a subject of which you are meant to be extremely knowledgeable, developing, lack, erudition in your chosen field, in your lack of erudition, I'm not making fun of you. I'm not faking fun of you. I was merely expressing my surprise. I was merely expressing my surprise in your lack of erudition, in your lack of erudition in your chosen field. I'm going to go lie down. 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 Buddhist. Burden. Buddhist. Burden. Buddhist. Burden. React. Collaboration. React. Collaboration. Queer. Collaboration. Queer. Reduce. Worn down. Mood. Glue. Rush. Instruction. Rug. Regal. Rug. Regal. Stage. Compliment. Accomplish. Compliment. Accomplish. Singular. Vision. Singular. Vision. District. To see. Compelling. Compelling. Judge. Panel. Admission. Institute. Admission. admission, institute, institute, admission, 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 institute, institute, Yale, Yale, prestigious, 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 schooler, prestigious, 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 schooler, 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 exception, 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 Paula, 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 triptych, 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 intend, triptych, triptych, intend, intend, homage, 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 intend, intend, homage, intend, homage, triptych, triptych, intend, homage, homage, consumerism, 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 pod, pod, compost, compost, bean, compost bean, pod, pod, compost bean, compost bean, compost bean, struggled, 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 adapt, adapt, struggled, struggled, adapt, 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 custom, 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 merely, merely, verify, verify, merely, very, merely, verify, verify, merely, merely, verify, verify, ruiner, 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 literally, 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 include, literally, include, seed, seed, livelier, 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 George's, livelier, George's, 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 Sarah, George's, Sarah, George's, Sarah, George's, Sarah, developing, 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 infinitesimally, 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 extremely, 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 lack, 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 erudition, 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 lie down, lie down, lie down, erudition, lie down, lie down, lie down, lie down, observation, 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 suffered, observation, observation, suffered, suffered, stroke, 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 hemorrhagic, 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 it's hemic, hemorrhagic, it, each hemic, it's hemic, hemorrhagic, is hemic, restricted, 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 flow, flow, restricted, flow, vascular, 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 neurology, 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 passion, passion, neurology, neurology, passion, passion, occurred, 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 affected, 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 observation, observation, observation. Are you the family of Makiko Yamamoto? Are you the family of the family of Makiko Yamamoto? Mimi, I'm her daughter, Kimiko Kishi. Kimiko, Makiko Yamamoto, Kimiko Kishi, Kimiko Kishi. Mrs. Kishi, your mother is stable. Oh, thank God. But we do want to keep her under close observation, under close observation, under close observation, under close observation for the time being. She suffered a pretty serious stroke. She suffered a pretty serious stroke. She suffered a pretty serious stroke. Hemorrhagic, or ischemic, hemorrhagic, or ischemic, ischemic, restricted flow, a restricted flow of blood to the brain, a restricted flow of blood to the brain, a restricted flow of blood to the brain. You seem to know a lot about this. Vascular, neurology, vascular, neurology, neurology, vascular neurology, vascular neurology, vascular neurology is one of my areas of passion. Occurred. Well, the stroke occurred. How is she? Well, the stroke occurred on well, the stroke occurred on the left side of her brain, so her speech will almost certainly be affected. Affected. Intensive. Covered. Intensive care unit. In the intensive care unit. Intensive. Covered, and we've got all your jobs covered for the next few weeks. Covered, and we've got all your jobs covered. Disabuse you of the notion. Disabuse notion. Dispute of the notion. Recovery. Swift. Likelihood. Delude. Merely to dispute. Merely to dispute you of the notion. Disabuse. Merely to dispute you of the notion. Disputes of the notion that Mimi's recovery will be swift and or complete. Disputes. Notion. Recovery. Swift. Likelihood. Her likelihood of total recovery is low. Her likelihood. We shouldn't delude ourselves. We shouldn't delude ourselves. Bottom. Distract. Bottom. So it doesn't distract the judges. Bottom. Distract. Casserole. casserole, blender, blender, feminist, 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 debt, 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 compromise, 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 cast iron, iron, cast iron, cast iron, cast iron, in inevitable, 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 clay, 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 goodness, 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 goodness. Goodness. Okay, it's over.